Welcome everybody to Conversation with OGs. I'm Meatball.
Kira.
Barbara.
Chris.
Today we're going to be talking about, should a man allow his woman to keep her same friends once he decides to marry her? What you think, Chrissy?
Number one, I don't like the word allow. I don't like that. Now, keeping my same friends, I'm not going to say I'm not going to keep the same friends, but if you don't like something about a certain person, then I may limit the contact with that person, but I'm not just going to not talk to a friend.
Okay, well, what if he sit up and say, well, you know what, your woman one of your friends have a toxic traits, and he sees something in her that he feared that might...
If it ain't rubbed off in all this time, it ain't rubbing off. She was my friend when you met me. So what's the difference?
So you go take that stand?
Yeah. She was my friend when you met me.
What you think, Barb? You think the same thing?
I don't like the word allow either. But when it comes to friendship, I don't believe that my friendship has anything to do with my relationship and my marriage. My friends stay and they stay where they at. And I mean, if they don't, I check them. But no, I don't think I should have to change my friends. They was my friends before I met them.
What you think, Kira?
They'll always be my friends.
I agree. I mean,
gonna be my friends
are going to be my friends regardless. And I like the point what Barbara brought up about you got your friend group. You know, you have different groups. Now, you may have a friend or two that might not be, on that level, or maybe your man may disagree, but I don't think you should just cut them off. I mean, you may limit your time spent with them, but you don't just cut them off. I don't think a man should dictate who you should or should not talk to, whether it's friends, family, whoever. He shouldn't be able to dictate all of that.
Clarify when you mean that type of friend. You mean the whole.
It ain't even about hoe. She might like to party. She might smoke too much weed. She might be a drunk.
Or she might be one that's loud and always in some bull crap. But see, you got to understand, this was the same friend that I've been dealing with for years, way before he came in the picture. So if she's never called...
So something attracted you to me with this friend.
No.
If she's never... No, let me finish.
First of all, it's an opportunity. If for a man to sit up here and accept a woman as his wife, it's an opportunity. And in my opinion, I think it's an opportunity for her. And she should be happy about that opportunity. So if a man sit up here and say he's setting boundaries, he's setting structure, he's setting rules to protect himself, to protect his home, and protect everybody in that house, he's supposed to say, well, you know what? Your friend Keisha, I think she's a little too much. I don't like her vibes. I don't like... the energy that she's giving off. And I think you should strongly reconsider being her friend. I think as your man, you supposed to know that this man, whatever he's telling you, is in your best interest.
Okay, so you said you're setting boundaries. The boundaries I feel that you should set is within our marriage and is within our relationship. Now, as far as my friend Keisha, if you do feel that she's toxic and you do feel that she's a little over the top and wild, only thing that I feel that you should be allowed to say that I would agree with you is that you don't want her in our home. You don't want her to come to our house. I don't have a problem with that. Keisha, don't come over here because you're a little too over the top and he just don't want that type of energy in our house. Now that I agree with, but other than that, me dealing with her outside of anywhere, what we do, that has nothing to do with you.
Now this man is your protector. Mm-hmm. If you out with Keisha and he told you, he strongly suggests that you should reconsider her being a friend, you decide to go off on your own and go out with Keisha. Now Keisha is dating several men. This one of her guy friends decided to whoop on her ass. You with her. You're going to help, right?
Yeah.
Now this man that you decided to help Keisha with knock your two front teeth out, who you going to call? Wait a minute. Who are you going to call when this man knock your teeth out?
Well, see, I've grown now.
Well,
no, but I'm saying how I would handle the situation before. Keisha wouldn't even get that far to even have it escalate that far.
Who you want to call when your teeth? When your two front teeth is.
Well, I hope I call 911 before I call him, because what the fuck he gonna do? He at home. I need to be calling the police so he can get caught and arrested.
Well,
shit, he at home in the bed. What the fuck I'm calling him for?
Eventually, when you call your husband.
Well, yeah, he gonna know I'm toothless when I go home. He gonna ask me what happened to my teeth.
And what? Now, how you think he's gonna be looking at you now?
Well, I just have to get him fixed.
He gonna just say, he just gonna say, I told you.
He gonna say, I told you so.
No, that changes everything.
He gonna say, I
because
told
now
you so,
every
but
time
not
he kiss her, it's a different type of kiss.
Well, that time you get your teeth fixed.
No, listen,
but
you
anyway, back to I
miss.
understand the point of what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that say for instance, I used to be a very confrontational friend. I was that friend when we went out, baby. If you looked at me wrong, we might scrap. Because that's just how I was. It didn't matter. It's just, bitch, what's up? I was that friend. My friends weren't like that. It was me.
And I'm pretty sure some of your friends
men
told them, I don't want you hanging with her.
And none of them stopped hanging with me. None of them. All my dogs still ready to fuck with me.
Single.
And none of them, no, 3 of them married. 3 married, they ain't never stopped fucking with Bar. But what they did say was before we go out, they say, bitch, we not gonna do this. We had that talk. And then I say, okay, Barb, shut up. We gonna have a good time tonight. We not gonna do this. You not gonna drink that. We gonna chill out. We gonna have a good time. That's how my friends work, because that's how friends can be with you.
So what's wrong with your man telling you the same shit?
He can, but he's
sit
telling
you
me
down.
No.
He sit you down and he say, bitch, I don't want you doing this, doing that. He talking to you just like how your girl's talking to you.
No, he's telling me to leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Your friends gave you structure, right?
Yeah, they keep it with
They gave you structure the man trying to give you.
Well, he's doing the same thing.
No.
But see, you're
saying you're not allowed to be around these people anymore.
Right.
Well,
she's saying you gotta give her
it's like you a dictator.
He's supposed to. Yes, he do.
No, you
a
don't.
man's supposed to protect his
So
home.
can I dictate your friends?
A man and a woman is not the same.
No. How? Well,
Because
I have whole friends too.
If something pop off, I ain't never seen a
everybody
woman
with a gun ain't a
run
shooter
to a
either.
group of people.
Everybody with a gun ain't a shooter either.
Women don't go to jail. Women don't go to jail for men. Men go to jail for women.
I agree.
You must don't watch that show.
You
for
ain't
my
been,
man.
you ain't been watching the
How many
news
guys you
lately.
been to jail for? How many guys you been to jail for?
I
I go to jail for nobody.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I'm in the alphabet. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. So we established women don't go to jail for men. Men go to jail. A lot of guys sitting up in prison
because they be sucker stroking.
I ain't gonna say that.
Really? Define that. What is sucker stroking?
They be in their feelings. They be sucker stroking. They be like, they play this tough role and then they catch their girl out doing something and they just lose it.
That's because
she ain't done sucker stroking. She ain't done nothing for him to lose.
But you invest in your money because you want to invest.
My thing is, okay,
men only
she
invest
did,
with
you
women
walk
they
away.
think are worthy of.
No, y'all invest. Y'all don't remember. You said it. Y'all told us this. Y'all don't invest in us. Y'all invest in what you want. And that's what's between our legs. So if you invest in what's been between my legs, you don't know what type of bitch I am. I could be shit. I could be nothing. But you want to spend your money on a nothing ass bitch and then get mad because I'm sucking off another nigga.
No.
Get out your feelings.
No. If a man, first off, if a man meets you and he feel like you a hoe, he know when it's his turn.
He still gonna pay. He still gonna pay.
So he's not gonna be mad with. Listen, I'm the type of motherfucker.
That's you.
I'm gonna tell you the realest stuff ever. I actually saw a man pull up, was talking to a woman at the bus stop, and I pulled behind. He like, "What's up?" I said, "Go and do your thing, bro. I'm gonna go and get that number as soon as you pull off." That's me. I'm gonna respect what you doing, but I'm next.
But the woman at the bus stop.
She at the bus. She was thick as hell.
Well, she
so there it is.
But he didn't care she was on welfare. She didn't care she was on Section 8. Had nothing to offer.
See what y'all don't
$10 an hour. He just bought some pussy.
Men don't care how smart you is. Men don't care about your money. Men don't care about all the things that's important to y'all.
And that's why y'all make poor investments.
Like he said, he waited at the bus stop
men.
until my man shot his best shot, and he felt I'm gonna shoot mine.
Okay, so
the bus stop girl easier.
Shit, motherfucker.
Well, y'all the same.
Motherfucker being Mercedes.
Y'all never at the bus stop?
No.
He wants some sex.
He didn't
want some sex from you, just like he wants some sex from the bus stop.
But he know the bus stop is gonna be easy because she need a ride.
Y'all didn't let the bus stop.
He still gotta come pick her up like he come pick you up.
She must have didn't have no gas to shoot back because I'd have got me a ride.
I was on tether, so she always had to catch the bus to me. That's when I was on there.
You ain't even pay her cab fare? You ain't pay her cab fare?
That's the same girl. I when she needed some money, I let Tree and everybody.
Oh well, you wasn't interested in her no
yeah.
way.
You gave it to your boy. She was for the streets anyway. Well, you met her in the streets.
Yeah,
shit.
you met her at the
But
bus
shit, they
stop.
all for the streets, Kira. All men is for the streets.
No, they're not.
Okay, okay. Help me understand. How do you cipher a woman that's for the streets and a woman that's a good woman? What's the difference? They all do the same shit.
And they all wear the same costume.
It ain't even about the costume. I
Oh,
think
the
a woman for the
costume.
streets stay in the streets. I mean, she's always out. She at every event. She want to be at all the hot parties. You know what I'm saying? She want to be on the scene.
She want to be
That's
seen.
Yeah, she
24/7.
wants to be seen all day, no matter where it is, who she don't care. That's a woman of the streets.
A woman is more pride.
So you describe all women. All women
That's
want to
not
go to
all
every
women. All
club,
women don't go
every
there.
white party
No.
they there,
No, they
every
don't.
black
I've
party
never
they
been
there.
to a white party or
That's
a black
not
party.
true, ball. All women don't. That's not true.
So
What
what?
about
So,
All-Star Super Bowl game?
I ain't never been in none of that.
That's you
I've
trying to
been
get
to
an NBA player.
Aha!
I've been to that.
Trying to get
I didn't say courtside.
He trying to get you a
Yeah.
superstar. You go.
I didn't say courtside, but I ain't
go
been
to
to none of that.
events.
I go to events.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with going to events.
well, I think it is something wrong with going events. Was you going there manless? Was you going there?
No,
double?
when I go with a
I went
date.
with my girls, or if I was
See,
with a dude,
and
I went
that's
with
a
my
red
dude.
flag.
It depends on who.
I go
It
with a
depends
date.
if I was single. Yeah, I'm going with my girls. If I got my dude, we going.
I think if you were to do it, he shouldn't allow you to go.
Allow? He
That's
going
right.
with
You
me.
sound like
Well,
a narcissist.
that's because if he going with you, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But if you got a man and you talking about taking these girl trips, let's say to a
Manly
What's
events.
wrong with girl trips?
Men events.
Okay,
Listen,
said girl-
like
girl
Floyd
trips
Mayweather
on-
fight.
on
Hold on, let me
men
give you an
events.
example. You know how many women went in groups to Floyd Mayweather fight?
Yeah, they trying to
And
get
if you
chose.
ask that woman, what is Floyd Mayweather's record? They couldn't even tell you. They don't give a fuck about the boxing. They want to go see all the niggas that's gonna be there.
The rich niggas.
is something wrong with that?
Really?
I'm asking you a question. Yeah.
I mean, if I would be outside, I'd rather be with the rich niggas than the broke niggas.
Well, why
Shit.
is something wrong with that? Shit, you out there with that paper.
I'm
You
on the
trying to get
first-
what's out there.
But you already
spoken.
spoken for. That's the problem. Why are you there? Why are you there even?
Oh, you're saying that
entertaining-
I'm smoking
Oh, you
for, so I
misunderstood
should-
now.
I'm a-
Now you misunderstood.
Oh, she's
Well, no,
spoken
but
for.
no,
Yeah,
but
she
it-
should be going with her man.
But I
A
still don't
single,
think
a single woman,
A
is,
single
I don't see
woman
no
can-
problem with it.
Listen,
But someone
you
in a
said you
relationship,
don't think nothing wrong with if you was
Someone
in a relationship or not. But
it
if you
is.
went somewhere with your girls, I'm telling you, a man's supposed to have a problem with you going to certain events
Well,
with your
if
girls.
he have a problem, I would hope that he would say something, because I'm gonna say, hey, I'm going
He
out
will
of
say
town
something,
with my
and when he
girls.
say-
and if
and
he
when
say,
he say
hey, I don't
something,
think
are you
that's a
gonna
good
respect it,
idea,
though?
I'm gonna respect that.
Okay, and I can talk. What about you, Barbara? If your man told you he is not
But
going
he's
to
not gonna say
tolerate,
he allowed.
When he's not
using
allowed,
the word-
I'm
you
going
using
to
the
use a
trigger
word
word.
that you understand.
No, you using the trigger
Tolerate.
word.
I'm not
That was
going to
a trigger.
tolerate you,
See, that's
Barbara,
a trigger word
to
for
go
me.
down to
No.
a Floyd Mayweather fight with your girls and stay the weekend. I'm not tolerating that. What are you going to do?
You say he won?
He's not going to
Well,
tolerate.
tolerate, first of all, is a trigger word for me, because that's just
It's
like...
a structural word.
No. You make rules and shit for kids. I'm a grown ass
He
woman.
make- a man
You don't
make rules for his woman, too.
No, you don't.
Yes, he
You
do.
don't make no damn rules for me.
You tell your
now,
woman-
we can sit down and talk about things and come to a agreement on something, but ain't no rules being
Well, the
set.
word is tolerate. He
No,
used.
he's not gonna use that word. But
So if he
anyway.
uses it, what's going to happen? If he tell you,
Well,
Barbara, I'm
first-
not going to tolerate you,
And I'm gonna tell him first off, I'm not your child.
which is he understand.
So you don't tell me what you are and not gonna tolerate.
So if
and
you
if I
do,
go,
are you
and
gonna
you
go
shouldn't
against the grain?
you shouldn't be insecure. You sounding very.
So you gonna say
insecure.
you're
That
insecure?
sound like to me,
I'm gonna
Barb.
tell him
Because
he's
he's
sounding
telling you
very
he's not going to
insecure.
accept your bull crap, and you don't like
He
the
don't trust bull crap. He don't trust me to go out with my friends.
Okay, watch this. I'm finna.
You don't
So when you go,
I'm
so
finna
when
make
men
a
go to
point.
Floyd
I'm
Mayweather
finna make a
fights,
point.
y'all going for the single the single females.
No, we can talk about the
they all
man in
ain't
a
laying up
second.
in the same
Let me
room,
ask you a
having
question.
drinks.
Would you go to a Floyd Mayweather fight?
Not by myself.
Would you, Bart?
Yeah.
Would you? Okay, now we established who is who, so I'm going to exclude you from this. Bart,
Now,
what is
before we-
Floyd? Hold on. What is Floyd Mayweather?
He
Boxing
undefeated.
Great job. What is Floyd
That's all
Mayweather
you
boxing
need to know. He
record?
undefeated.
I don't know none of that. I didn't know Mike Tyson's either. But anyway,
Okay,
I don't
what
know.
is
I was
Floyd-
going to the fight.
What is his?
I'm
What
I'm
is
trying to
his-
have me a
what is his
nice
boxing-
cocktail
what is
and
his
enjoy
boxing
the
record?
environment.
undefeated.
But what is the number?
I don't
Yeah,
care.
no,
Well,
I
why
get
can't I just go to enjoy the environment
Can you
and the
tell me?
people
Can
and
you
have
tell
a
me?
nice drink?
Barbara, can you tell me one person Floyd Mayweather beat?
I don't know.
You can't tell me one?
About him, but what
Can-
I'm trying to tell you is that I could go
Can you
back
tell me one person Floyd Mayweather?
Pacquiao.
Cabela and Pacquiao. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Oh, that's
I went to
yours.
that fight because something.
I don't watch
Canelo.
And you don't even know who it was. He spent all that money. You
He's a
don't even know
Mexican.
who it
I
was.
know my dude.
I know what you're talking about, but you pronounce his name wrong.
Canelo.
But you know Canelo. There we go.
There
Thank
you
you.
go. You,
I like
but
boxing.
you
It
would.
don't matter.
But you wouldn't even be there.
Not without my
We
man.
excluded you.
Yeah.
But the women
like
that's
boxing.
involved and want to go there, they don't even know what the fuck they talking about.
They just going.
I am just going because
You
I
just
want to
going
do
for the ambiance.
And I went with my dude.
No,
and
I'm
I went
going
to
because
that.
I have a right to go and
So what
enjoy
you
the
saying?
environment and be
well,
around different people.
That's an acceptable place to be with your man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
everybody know when women go into them type of events,
That's what
they going to
you
get
have a
screwed
good
over.
time. You
No,
gonna
they
have a
going to
good
get
time.
fucked on.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
They
sound-
going to get
and
fucked
I
on.
was tell
Right,
that-
boy.
That's for a
They
woman
gonna
that's
have a
going
good
down there
time.
trying to come up.
And you sound, I would tell my man if he told me that you sound very insecure right
crazy.
now. You sound
But
insecure
if I
and
was your man,
untrustworthy.
and if I was your man and you decided to go against my grace, you would be single.
It's okay. I still go into the fight and I'm enjoying myself.
And that's the same
and
mistake.
just because
You
you
make
what
the
you
same
don't
mistake
understand
all
is just like
women
you say
make.
women are
You know how
replaceable.
many women-
You're
you
replaceable
know how
too.
many
So
women-
get rid of
How
me.
you
I'll
know
get another one.
Bird.
When one
keep-
don't act
I
right,
keep
get
telling-
another one.
Hey,
When
listen.
that one don't act
Me and
right,
just
Bird,
like
get
I
another
tires,
keep
they get
telling
flat,
you,
baby. You always keep a
Age
spare.
play against a woman's
Shit.
time frame, not against a man.
Y'all too.
I'm 49.
Y'all sugar daddy.
I
And
can
you
get my
probably
20-year-old.
don't.
You a sugar
Can
daddy.
you
I
get
get a certain
Can
age,
you
y'all
get a
get your
20-year-old?
Right, and then you shooting the words at 50.
Who want a 20-year-old on this panel right
You
now?
shooting blanks at 50. You
Yeah,
shooting
we
Who
don't-
want a 20-year-old
Because you
on this
want to be
panel?
able to
You
dictate. You want to be able to
want a
dictate.
20-year-old
You
who
want
wanna
somebody
write
that you can teach.
You
That
a
ain't gonna
sugar
talk
daddy.
back.
I want somebody
You
I'm
her
going to
sugar
enjoy
daddy.
myself with, and I
You
can have
her
a
She
good
sugar
gonna
time.
wear
daddy.
your
yourself
little
with a
old
40-year-old
ass out too.
crazy.
She gonna wear
You
you
can't enjoy
out.
yourself
And
with a
what you
40-year-old.
and what you think? What you think?
My man, me and my man the same age.
You can't even hang with no 20-year-old. You better
He
take
popping
money
the
packs
booty.
and whatever else you taking.
And why would you say that?
She gonna blow your ass out.
I get a hurt on just thinking about it.
You had a
Yeah,
Cuban.
okay.
You
I'm
see
getting a
what
hard on
she
right
did to
now.
you. You see what the Cuban did to you. You better stay away from people like that. You see what happened. You didn't do
I don't
good
need-
in
I
that
don't- I don't
department.
need- I don't need
You
honey
did
pack.
not do good in that department.
Hey, listen, honey packs is for men that don't find
Well, you pretty
their
healthy,
women
so you shouldn't have to
unattractive,
take those
and they
things.
really don't want to be with
No,
them, and
I'm
they
saying, but you
tolerating them.
So with a
So if a man
20-year-old,
telling you, baby, I gotta go get a honey pack, he's
I've
tolerating
never been
you.
tolerated.
well,
so-
no, you know what I think? I don't even think a honey
never
pack
been
or a
Well, you
tolerated.
meal.
never brung up honey packs either.
Yeah, I ain't never been tolerated.
But
That 20-year-old
I don't have that
as
issue.
a sugar daddy.
It's okay.
And I ain't that damn old.
It's okay,
How many
Karen.
rounds you
her
think you
sugar
can give a
daddy. You
20-year-old?
her sugar daddy.
One.
That's it.
One?
And she
So
was
you
I'm
want
like
your
Mike
nigga go
Tyson.
get hurt after that
How
one?
many guys win more than
How long
Mike Tyson?
is that one round gonna be?
It gonna be
You ain't
about
giving her
20,
enough, so
about
what she gonna
20,
end up
30
doing?
minutes.
How many
Sneaking out.
rounds do you think a 20-year-old can
She
go?
gonna end up sneaking out on
Listen,
your
my
ass.
rounds, one is good enough.
You gonna go to sleep
Oh,
and she
your
gonna be
rounds good.
outside.
Oh,
My
okay
rounds.
But
then.
I'm saying, how many rounds you think a 20-year-old can go?
Well, that night, you know how many strokes.
how many?
You know how many strokes you can get in 20
understand
minutes.
all that.
Do you know how beat up that pussy will be in 20 minutes?
I could have.
See, this is how I start off. Hold on, bro.
Oh,
Let me give you an example. Did it? Now imagine this for 20 minutes.
Okay, but then she gonna
How many
rest.
more rounds
So
do you
once
want?
she rests and she come for another round, are you gonna be ready?
The pussy is swole,
She 20. You
but
think?
it's still beat up.
It ain't beat up.
It ain't
That
beat
bitch
up.
snap right back and
She
she
like,
ready to go.
she ready to
She
go.
gonna tell him, he gonna be like, wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Give me 2 more days.
Yeah, the pussy is still swole. It's obvious it's swole. I just put a massacre down. I just showed you.
You just
You think you put a mask
I
down.
know it,
That's what
but
you think.
That's
But
called a
again,
beating.
That's what you think.
But again, maybe you think you killed something. Maybe she don't think so.
Right. And she probably just going through the motions.
Well, you know, I ain't never had no problems.
Okay, well back to the
Yeah,
subject
sugar
of
daddy,
you.
she ain't gonna say she having a
Well,
problem.
long as she keep quiet.
You a good sugar
Long,
you want
listen,
somebody to
long as she
lie to
keep
you?
quiet.
You want her to lie
Listen,
to you?
as long as she keep quiet, she got a smile on her face.
As long as the
right.
hundreds
She-
and thousands
satisfied.
and dollars she has.
Long as she tolerate you. Long as she tolerate
go
you.
to sleep. No problem.
So now back to the question. If you were to get married and you said to your fiance, when I marry you, them friends you got to cut them off. You no longer can fuck with them. And she looks at you and just say she asks you why. And then she don't even agree with what you say. Are you willing to compromise, or are you just going to be like, I don't like them, I don't want you fucking with them, and if you fuck with them, it's done?
Okay, I like you use the word compromise. It's a difference between me telling you something and we talking about something. If I'm telling you something,
for your
we're
good.
not compromising. I'm informing you. Now, we talking about something, it's room for compromising. Now, if I come to you and I tell you, listen here, baby, I think you should reconsider. When I tell you I think you should reconsider, I'm actually telling you, you better consider. But I'm going to.
Oh my goodness.
But when I say, baby, I think, I'm just telling you, I'm very direct. Now it's up to her to cipher how she want the words to mean to her, but she's going to get it.
So my question to you, would you get rid of those friends before you marry her? Are you going to have the same? So my thing is will she know that you have a problem with these friends before you walk down the aisle?
Absolutely.
Because see, and the only reason I'm asking this is because I know a lot of people who get married, and I call it just...
Then they try to enforce rules.
I call it people wanting to enforce rules, and then I also call it women just camouflaging who they are. See, I got a lot of people that have been married, and I'm a camouflage who I am. So I'm going to be this person for this man. I think that's fake as fuck. Be who you are. You don't have to switch up and change who you are for nobody. But you got a lot of women out here who change who they are for that man, and then they look at their friend and say, oh, I'm with my husband, or my husband got to come with you. So see, for me, I have a problem with that. Not only one, because I'm single. 2, I've been your friend for whatever reason. 3, when that nigga leave you, gonna come back in my circle and still want to be my friend. See, Barb,
Barb, you gotta understand.
I have no time.
You're just a friend. See, me and this woman is intimate. If I'm intimate with a woman, I trump that. That's what you're not understanding. So if I remove myself from her life, she's supposed to fall back on you. That's what friends is for, fallbacks. So when she come back to you after she fucked up, you going to give her some fucked up advice because that's what women do.
I'm going to tell her how fake she was. You was a
that ain't the time for that shit.
Yes, it is.
Right now, her heart broke.
I don't give a damn about your heart. You fake as fuck.
You finna say, you know what?
You was that fake bitch in the kitchen scrambling eggs, scrubbing floors when you knew all along you wanted to be out there sucking dicks and shaking your ass. And now you want to talk back to Barb. You fake as fuck. Be who you are. Stand on business.
But are you going to talk to her?
Yeah, after I tell her how fake she was.
There you go. So it really don't mean nothing.
She probably going to be mad at me because I
But see, the nigga got the fuck on from her fake ass. After you lectured her, you just pretty much said everything that he knew about her. So that's why he got the... Why you think he left? You think he just packed his shit?
He found out as they... Listen.
When he came to her and he said, listen here, I think you should strongly reconsider.
I think when we say friends, you got people that are associates and you got people who are your true friends. My associates, they are expendable because I don't deal with them on a basis for real consistently anyway. But my friends, can't no man come to me and say, I don't care if we engage, whatever. Hey, we'll say my best friend. I don't like your best friend for whatever reason. You may reconsider being her friend. That's not going to happen.
You
don't have
a right to say
that. This woman has been in my life for over 40. It's not.
She's been in your life since y'all was...
It's not going to happen. Y'all better learn how to get along.
Okay, no. Listen, my question to you is this. This is your husband you talking to, right? He told you, but listen, she give me bad vibes. It makes me uncomfortable. You know, when she's around and how y'all engage.
Don't be around her. She ain't your friend.
Wait a minute. The conversation that y'all engage in. I think you as my wife, you are beyond that. Now, he's telling you how he feel. You go turn around and tell him that being my friend for 40 years, you have to learn to deal with it.
Y'all gonna work together. Y'all gonna figure this out.
After he told you.
Well,
you will be divorced.
Would you make them be in the same space with each other?
Men come and go. I mean, I wouldn't make them, but see, maybe it's a misunderstanding though.
It's the mindset, bro.
But no, you can't tell me that a man that's only been in my life for, we're going to say 3-4 years can come in my life and just dictate who can be around me.
But that's your husband. Your husband is more, listen, your husband is more important than your kids.
That's what Dre said. He said,
y'all got to learn how to get along.
Kira, we both
But Kira,
we're going to see y'all to counseling. You ain't my best friend.
This is what I'm saying though. Your husband trumps everybody in your life. He's telling you what makes him feel uncomfortable, and you go turn around and tell him he got to learn to deal with it.
But why does my friend make you feel uncomfortable?
Whatever. He may think she's a slut. He may think...
But what does her being a slut
It's an underlying issue. She might not think you
but what she think doesn't matter.
So why does she matter? Like your ass?
Listen, and this is the mistake women make. Ain't no way in the world your best friend should be talking to you negative about your husband. If your best friend
your husband should talk negative about your
husband. If your best friend is talking negative about your husband, he just made the point to you. She made the point for you.
I disagree with that.
He telling you get rid of her because I don't think she's good for our survival.
Said the best friend cannot talk about the husband, and the husband cannot talk about the best friend.
Yeah, you can't talk about my best friend either. Because I feel like this. I feel like I feel like it's no reason for him to talk about my best friend.
Because he sees
He's
something
talking to
in
you,
your
though.
friend.
You wrong. She can't talk bad about him to you.
If she might see something wrong in him.
That's
But
cool,
she don't
but
have that. She don't have that.
She don't have that.
She don't have
power to
that
talk
place to say that. To
to
talk
you.
about him.
I don't
Okay, but
care
I
how
wanna
close
And this is
y'all
what
are.
women don't understand. And this is why so many women
Make me
are
understand.
manless. I'm telling y'all the fact of the matter. You trying to explain to me how you feel and how you see things. There are two different things. If this is your husband and he telling you about somebody that he see that's toxic in your life and he's expressing this to you, only thing you should be saying
Okay, now I have-
is okay.
Okay, now I have a question for
No,
you.
you could question, like, why do you feel that way? Because maybe it could be something that, maybe it could be a misunderstanding. Maybe or sometimes men just selfish. They want everything to themselves and they don't want nobody else around.
Wanna be in
They just
control
wanna be in
and
control of
dominant.
everything.
He's supposed
Because my
to
thing, if
control
you've been
his
in this woman's
situation.
life before y'all got married, she's most likely she's been there. So what have you
Wait a
seen?
minute, I got a question for Dre. Could you explain that comment that you
I'm gonna get to
made?
that.
Okay,
First
explain
off, let me
that.
jump on the selfish. You said men are selfish. You the same woman want a $60,000
That's
raise.
okay.
Here you go with this.
It's okay.
This
Wait,
motherfucker over there, she don't want a nigga name on the bank account. But we selfish.
that's me protected.
Now let me get on to the why the rings ain't coming. Cause the mentality y'all talking about, y'all not gonna tolerate. Once y'all get the ring, if a man hear this shit y'all saying, y'all ain't even gonna make it to the goddamn ring.
But wait a
'Cause if
minute,
woman
it's
told me the
not
shit y'all telling
unfair.
me, I'm
It's
gone.
not unfair to feel that way because guess what? If I tell you right now, don't mess with Diddy, don't mess with Ball because I don't like something about him, their energy is
gonna be like,
not
"They're my
connected with
boys."
mine. These your brothers, you've been knowing them all your
All
life.
your
Who
life.
am I to come in and tell you not to
But
be
you're
friends
not
with
the
them?
leader. You're not the leader
I
of
don't
the
gotta
household.
be the
You do
leader.
have
No,
to
I
be the
don't.
leader. You don't
No, I
you don't tell your man, who
I'm
you think his
protecting
friends.
myself. I'm protecting him. I'm
Okay,
protecting myself.
what have his friends done to you?
What
Men
have
don't
my
even talk.
friends done to you?
He see your friends
But
being toxic.
she know your
She's-
friend ain't
He
shit.
see the whore in your friend.
Yes.
Your friend might be a
So
scammer.
before
He
y'all
might
get
be a
to marriage,
scammer.
That's why women don't have men.
He
That's
may
why.
be a
That's why
scammer.
these women is good for just fucking on.
Oh, boy.
These women out here is getting fucked on, but they ain't got nobody that's going to sit up here and vouch for them. They ain't got nobody that's going to
They
make
better
sure
they
that
gotta
they
vouch for their
okay.
goddamn
No, they
self.
just got guys humping on them.
Let me add on that, ball. Not only that they're getting fucked on, they getting expensive everything from Bobby and the other nigga fucking for cheeseburger deluxes.
That's because he choose to.
That's
Chili
what-
and cheese on the fries too,
Hey!
plus grilled onions.
That's on y'all.
Slice
Y'all
cheese.
giving up y'all
Slice
pussy for a
cheese.
cheeseburger deluxe.
That's because they
That's-
choose to.
My man won if he got on for a cheeseburger deluxe.
Me
Y'all
too.
one lost.
But see, Dre, that goes back to having the father not being in these women's lives. See, by
Hold on,
the
check-
men,
no,
by the
no.
men,
Excuse
it's a
yourself.
difference from
No,
a
you-
man taking care of you
No, my dad.
financially.
No, you're not gonna sit up and say
Bar,
my dad.
I'm
wasn't
telling
in
you,
my
I didn't
life.
say nothing about
Okay,
your
well, he
dad.
was.
Well,
I said
Mine
it's a
was in
difference.
my life, so don't use
It's a-
that.
I'm saying, Barbara, it's a difference from a man paying his child support.
Oh, my dad went on child
Okay, why you keep saying you?
support.
You feel you just feel
Because
like
I
you
could see
feel
like
guilty
he was
about this.
throwing the shots at me. Okay.
But why you feel that way though?
Because it seemed like
This is a podcast, and we having a conversation, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So what
'cause
I'm
I
trying to
was gonna
explain
say,
to you
shit.
is,
My
just
dad
because a
was.
man pays his child support, that don't mean
Make him a
a
father.
man raised you.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Okay,
I
now
agree
who
with that.
raised you is the person that you go, when you leave to go to school, that house you leave from, and when you come back from school, that's the house you go to. Whoever over that household, that's who raised you. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So
okay.
what? So once we now, since we
We
got that
established
right.
that.
So now, most of these women out here feel the way I believe the way like most of these women on this panel feel is because I would question: did your father raise you? Because if your father raised you, I believe that you will be able to accept information from a man easier.
I'm gonna speak on that. My father didn't raise me. And I mean,
You say he did or didn't?
He did not. He was not a great father. However, I will say this. I think through my experiences as I got older, I think that had my father would have been in me and my sister's life and showed us how a man is supposed to treat us and the things he was supposed to provide and stuff like that, I probably would have bumped my head as many as time with some of these men because I would have knew up front because my father would have at least provided that foundation. However, I'm not accepting anything because my daddy didn't tell me what to do. So ain't no man about to come in my life and
Did
think
he
that
whoop
he
your
about
ass?
to. He didn't.
She was
Did I
rebellious.
just tell you?
I say that your daddy whoop your ass.
He ain't whooped me.
You heard Dre say you was
See,
rebellious.
that's the problem.
No, it's
See,
not.
that's
the
why
problem.
she got an issue with all men.
That's
I don't
the-
have an
Now-
issue
now-
with men.
now
I
it's
don't have an
understandable.
issue with men. I don't have an issue with men. I
You don't
don't.
think
I
you
really
do, but
don't.
you
No,
really
I
do.
promise you I don't. But I think I have made bad mistakes because I didn't have a father in my life to tell me. That I don't.
Yeah,
but
that's
that don't mean I have
exact same
issues
thing.
with men.
Well,
I don't have issues
see,
with men.
I think
She don't like
since
the
he-
word.
I got
I
good-
think
like
since
the word.
Dre not breaking it
I
down.
think it's the trigger word.
Well, what he's saying
Yeah,
is
that's
by
like
you
triggers.
not have the guidance of a man in your life, you're not open to something that makes you feel uncomfortable coming from a guy.
no,
So when
I'm
if-
open to that. But
Okay,
it's just
so
like
if
I
a
said,
man-
it's
if
how
your
you
man
are,
told
it's
you-
how he presents.
If your
it.
man told you bet not, okay, I'm gonna give you something. If your man tell you, listen, you bet not go to the club tonight. I don't want you there. You got a problem with
I'ma
that,
laugh
don't
at
you?
him.
See what I'm saying?
Cause that bet not
The
is a
bet not,
trigger.
Well,
He
because
could
if your
say-
daddy
he
told
could
you that,
say- he could
if your
say-
daddy
he
told
could
you that,
say,
you would
baby,
accept it. If your daddy
would
said you
prefer
better
you
not
not to
take
go
your
out
ass to
tonight.
this party
I'm
tonight,
like, okay.
I
you
might
would
say
accept
It's
it.
not what you say,
It's
it's
how you say it.
Okay,
Hold
but
on,
you
hold on.
understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ball,
I might
hold on, Ball. Let
sneak
me
out.
chime in on that. If he say bet not, you're not going to respect that. But then if he say can you not, can you please not, now you're not going to respect
Now
him.
you're gonna say you asked
so,
me.
so where you going with it?
No, I
So
like.
my question
Either
is
way, you're
why?
not going to
It's the
respect
game.
him.
I'm just gonna ask her why you don't want me. What's the problem? Why you want me to go to
Because
the club?
I heard some things, and if it's something was to happen, I don't want you there.
Okay, then I say okay.
Yeah, but see the
I
thing
just
is,
don't know
how you
see,
say it.
no, it ain't
It's
how.
how you say
It's
it.
the
You don't think
understanding
you should
of the
have
word.
to
If
explain
a
to
man
each
tell
other?
you
We
don't do
compromising
something,
with each other?
only thing you should say is okay. If
No,
this is your
everything ain't
man,
an okay though. Everything is not
but
an
if
okay
he your
situation.
man, you supposed to say
My
okay.
man make mistakes and he say shit
No,
that
boy,
don't
you're
make
not
sense
supposed
at
to say
times.
okay because he your man.
Oh, because
Men
he
don't
my
make
man,
good
don't mean I gotta
decisions
agree with
either.
You
everything
supposed to
he
follow
say.
your man.
I've been dealing with the wrong
Man,
niggas if all they
A woman's supposed to follow their man. If your husband or your man tell you he don't want you
Sometimes
doing
women
something,
make decisions
that's
and
it.
the man will come back like, "Dang, you was right. I should have did it that
I
way."
ain't
But
never heard
until,
none of my
hey,
homies
listen,
say that.
but until he gave you the okay to do it, you supposed to be
Not
following
do
the last instruction he gave to you.
Instruction, stop it.
So you hate any
Stop.
word that I use that's firm.
Instructions.
See that
When I'm
instructions.
firm, I gave you
do
strict.
this. Nigga, you
Barb,
how many
I
kids you
gave you
got?
strict.
Allow.
Hey, Barb, what if your man told you I gave you
You better
strict
stick with the
instructions?
20-year-olds.
I gave you strict
And
instructions
keep
to
grooming
make
them.
sure I wanted my dinner ready. I wanted the house clean.
Okay.
When I get home from work, you gonna be totally turned off from that, ain't you?
You said well,
Totally
first-
turned off.
Yeah, because those are
Because you don't like his wording. But you understood what the fuck he said. You understood it, what he said.
First off, you don't have to tell a woman anything. A woman automatically knows what to do. You
And
said
what
you
state- and if you
tell
what state is
children.
that?
And if you
You
do it,
tell
you're
the
supposed
children
she
what
gonna
to
want to
do.
do that
I'm not
regardless.
none of
You
your
ain't
If
gonna
you're
child.
tell her
around
what to
somebody
do.
long enough,
My
you
man
know
ain't
their
gonna have
likes
to
and
tell
their
me to have
dislikes.
his
So
food done,
you shouldn't
to
have to,
nothing.
but some people
Clothes
do.
washed or nothing.
People
My
should
man don't
know
have to
what
tell
I'm
they
me
gonna
nothing.
say
supposed
this
to
here.
do and what
A
they should
man
not do.
like to get his dick sucked every morning before he go to work. How many of y'all do that?
I
But
don't
you
sleep with
like to
Cameron,
get
we not
your
about to
dick
say
sucked
that.
every
I don't
day.
sleep
How
with a
you know
man.
a man like to? You
We
do
not
like
about
to
to
get
say
yours
that.
sucked. We gonna speak on you. You don't know what our men like.
Well,
You just like your dick sucked every
listen,
morning.
all I'm saying is this,
No,
Barb.
all you
All I'm
said
saying is, if I
shit.
told you what a man like and what a man
No,
wants,
you told
are
me
you
what
gonna
you
do it?
like.
Are a woman gonna do
what?
it? No.
That's why
still
you
ain't gonna do it.
establish
It
all.
depends on
That's
how
why
my
you
throat
establish
feeling that
all.
morning. It might be a little grassy and I don't feel like this shit. Like,
That's why you
man.
establish all those standards and boundaries
I
in
might
the
not-
beginning.
I might not
This is
suck
my
it, but I
likes, this is
jump
my
up on it by
dislikes, this is
hand
my
and
non-negotiables. You
shit.
establish all that stuff in the front
But see-
end, so
but
it don't
see-
be no surprise.
But see,
rules.
Kara, what I'm saying is, sometimes as a man spend more time around you, he pick up on things. That's what a man's supposed to do. Your
Your
man,
woman so pick up on the things her
that's
man
right.
like.
But a man sometimes have to protect his woman from herself. And that's what I think a lot of women have a problem with, when a man telling her no firmly. Women want a man to tell her a sugar-coated no. I think that can be misunderstood.
I don't want to sugarcoat it.
No,
I don't want to sugarcoat no, but I want you to
You know.
to not be.
sensitive.
No, I want you to be sensitive either. I just don't want you coming at me with those words, those
The trigger words.
Yeah, those trigger words.
Allow
I like that.
instructions.
Pretty much they don't like
But do you know what
command
instructions? But when your boss give you instructions, you follow them.
Hell, he paying me too.
Oh, so who most important, your boss or your man?
My man, of course. But
So why when your boss say something?
Because it's rules to my employment. It's just certain things you just gotta do.
So
But
it's
your
rules
man
in the
paying you
relationship.
too. Some of these mothers want 50-50, so he ain't paying every damn thing.
But see, you making my point for me now.
I ain't making nothing.
Yeah, your boss can give you instructions, but your man can't give you instructions.
Well, I don't like authority.
Sometimes
See,
sometimes I don't listen to my
Barb ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't like authority. So I
don't
Listen to the
What
word.
you say is how you
Okay,
say it.
I tell that
In my relationship and marriage, I think it's
The word
wording.
instructions is just
no.
simply something that been put in place for you to
It's about-
follow
it's not what
for
you say,
things,
it's how you
for
say it
things
at the
to
end of the
flow
day.
smoothly.
Baby,
That's all
I
it
don't
is.
want you to do
But
this.
see, you don't
okay,
like.
cool.
But why can't give you instructions? It mean the same thing.
Well, write that shit on a piece of paper and put it in our
Okay, the title is instructions.
Okay. Put it
And
in
he
our
write it
okay,
down.
and then I'm gonna put on that.
Well,
piece
I
of
guess
paper,
it goes
yes,
back to what
no,
I'm saying is that you
maybe.
have some women who just don't like authority.
Most women.
I don't like authority. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. Barb don't like authority. So I'm not listening to the boss. The boss gonna say some shit to me. I'm gonna say, all right, but I'm gonna still do it my way, whatever. As long as it get done, I'm gonna do it my way. Now you told me to do it your way. I didn't like your way because it wasn't easy for me. I'm gonna still do it my way, but as long as the job is done. I've been rolled up and fired many of times. I just don't like authority. So when you using those trigger words towards me, those command words, as Dre would say, you're gonna trigger me, and I'm looking at you as if you're trying to be a dictator. You're not trying to help me, but you're trying to tell me what to do. And I don't like to be told what to do. So you would have to approach me in a different way. And then maybe I can understand what you're saying and compromise. But when you're using those type of way, my brain shuts off. It goes blank.
You know what?
It's
I
not.
think.
But I'm being honest.
I think you're.
I can respect that,
Listen,
Barb.
I think majority of women think that way, but you're the only one that's honest.
That's right.
You're the only one that's honest.
I think if
Everybody
you
else
say it
gonna
to me
say
a
something
certain
different.
type of way, then I say, oh, that's what he meant. But when you using certain words in my brain, it's gonna go blank. Everything you saying, my ears didn't cut off, my brain didn't went blank. I don't even know what you talking about no more. Your lips is just moving because I can't even comprehend what you're saying no more. So I think if you, for me, you would have to come make a different approach. You would have to say something. I don't know how you.
Well, that's why communication is so.
Well,
That's why communication.
No, I just don't like authority.
No, that's why
So I
communication is so important, and it's how
True.
you
Yeah, but
talk
see-
to people.
See, with Barb,
You
the point-
don't talk at people. You talk to them.
Yeah, but see, Barb pointed out something that stood out to me. It's an individual thing. If a person come to you and talking firmly to you, and like as she just said, she rejects authority. Like Dre said, I think most women reject authority or an authority figure. So if a man talking to you like he has some type of control over you, you rejecting him.
See, you saying you're a respected job. I'm telling you, I don't like authority, period. So I'm not going to respect the job. I'm not going to respect you. I'm not going to respect shit because I just don't like authority. Now, my paycheck may get lost, but in my mind, I don't give a damn because I can go find another job. Fuck what you talking about. That's just in my brain how I think. I shouldn't think like that. Therapy still working on me, y'all. But I mean, I know I should be thinking like that, but that's how my mind is. That's how I think. Like
that's
somebody
real.
will tell you what to
That's
do.
all I wanna know, bro.
Somebody
That's
will
real
tell me
shit
what
right
to do, and I'll be looking at them like, she just told me. Oh, she your boss, bro. That's your manager. She just told you. And in my brain, I'm saying, but I just want to do it my way.
Like, I don't know.
So I guess everybody's
it's the words
different.
for me.
Words
but
are
see-
powerful.
It's
But
the
see,
words
what
for me.
I don't
Words
understand,
are powerful.
Words are very
what I don't
powerful.
understand where Kira coming from is this. A person in the workplace
Can tell you what to do with
tell-
your
No.
They
Okay,
can
I'm
give
gonna take that back
instructions.
because I got a boss and I don't pay attention to the shit he got to say. But I still got to be.
But let's say
professional.
another woman talking to you. See, women don't care
It
about
don't matter,
other
man,
women.
woman. It don't
What's the
matter. You're
difference?
not gonna talk to me crazy.
You would accept
You're not-
more.
Nobody's
you
gonna talk to me
accept-
crazy.
You accept
Nobody's
more.
gonna talk to me crazy. My man,
Well,
my boss.
not crazy, but you
nobody.
accept more from a woman because you have a better understanding
say
of
that.
her.
I didn't
Well,
say that.
but I'm
No.
saying I think
care
women.
who it is.
I think women is more acceptable to other women than they are from certain things coming from a man. Like a man can tell a woman don't do something. Now, if the woman say don't do something, okay, she gets it. But he being sexist. You know, she'll turn it.
Well, no, I think it depends on that woman, and it also depends on what that woman is telling her not to do. Because women can be very offensive.
You know,
to
don't walk
things,
around
too.
with your cleavage out. You know, you gotta tuck the
And
cleavage
she might
away.
tell me, these my titties. What you worried about it for?
Well, because now I'm going back to policy, and the policy saying like you've been a little too expressive.
But however she chooses to be, it's not meant for me to speak on. So my friends can
But
be
it's my position.
My friends can be half naked, and it don't matter to me. I just said, "Oh, girl, I wouldn't wear that." I mean, that's just.
If you in management position, your job is to protect everybody there.
Oh, so you saying in the workplace?
That's in the workplace. You got grooming
Oh yeah, in the workplace you can't allow
I'm talking
people
from a boss perspective.
Oh yeah, you have to be like I was talking from a like.
But see, if a man go to the woman and say, "Listen, you need to button up two more of them
harassment.
buttons."
That's harassment.
Now, see what I'm saying?
You looking at my
but if
boobies.
another woman came to us and say, "Girl, you need to button up two more, but you showing too much cleavage," she can accept that easier coming from a woman than coming from a man. Cause now, why are you looking at me like that? God damn, you got it out
But
there.
now I take that. I disagree with you because we live in a society where people really disrespect authority, and that goes from police officers, that goes from teachers, and everything. Authority is disrespected very highly. Back in the day when we went to school, your teachers wore suits and stuff, and you couldn't talk back to your teachers because you were scared you was gonna get your ass kicked when you got home. Nowadays, they bucking up, fighting teachers on the bus. Well, I used to ride the bus, and when you see an older person standing up, you say, "Oh, you want this seat." So you have to understand that in the society that we live in now, it's okay to disrespect authority.
Well, you got a different generation out here, too.
And so now when you look at us, you say, "Dang, Barbara, well, you from a whole nother different generation." But I don't like authority. So a lot of people just don't like authority. A lot of people just don't like motherfuckers telling them what to do.
Well, that's what they build jails for then, for people like that, Barb. If you don't like authority, you don't like being told
I've been there
to
a couple of times, but it's okay. God working on me.
Yeah, but see, what my point is, it's not a good thing. I'm glad that you recognize, you need help, and you getting that necessary help. But that's a problem for our culture. We have to say, you know what? Like I keep saying that I'm glad you able to recognize, you know what? I gotta fix me. You are the most important person to you. Mm-hmm. I think other people need to adapt that way of thinking and saying, you know what? I need some work done to me. And I think since most people...
You need some work done?
I know. I am more constant than everybody up here.
Oh, okay.
See, but the only thing
still in
about
counseling?
that...
No, I ain't right now. I think I'm fixed.
Oh, shit.
The only thing about that, men can see that. We can say, you know what? But most women going to think it's the man. It ain't me. It's the man.
I tell a man, I'm a work in progress. I got a lot
And I
of
just
But
think
how much do you accept, though?
I mean, it depends on what his tolerance is. I mean, either you... First of all, you're going to get what you're going to get. Now, either you accept it or you don't. But I tell him, I'm a work in progress. I'm working on things that I know I need to change. Now, that's your choice if you want to stay around while I'm fixing myself.
So do you think...
help me be a better woman for you? That's his choice.
So do you think before you get married, because
choice.
you said that you're a work in progress, I know you said before you had when we talked before, that you had like a time limit to be married. But because you're a work in progress, do you think that you should give that man enough time to be able to see if he's able to deal with that, if he's able to handle what progress you need work with?
Well, yeah, the time limit is still in place, though. A year and a half, that's enough time.
Okay, but I'm saying, once he marries you this is what I'm saying, once he marries you within that year or those 2 years,
Ain't
you
nobody marrying her in 2 years. Let me shut that shit down. Let me
you
kill that
shut your
shit.
mouth. Yes, you is.
She's
You
delusional.
get married in 2 years. But what I'm saying is,
Only
get
if
married
she
this
good
year
in the
if I want
bedroom,
to.
she can trick me.
I can get married this
Outside
year if
the
I
bedroom,
want to.
nigga,
only
going
thing
for
I'm
that
saying,
shit.
Kiki, is because the reason I'm asking, because you say you're a work in progress, and to be fixed and for somebody to be able to deal, you said how long he's willing to tolerate. So if he marries you, and then he say, "Damn it, I can't do this." So would you think 2 years is fair due to the fact you need work?
I don't need that much goddamn work. I don't need that much work. But I have
You got some issues.
Yeah, I got my little issues.
Okay.
And I got my little abandonment issues and things of that sort. So yeah, so when I get in a relationship, I guess the things that I look for that I don't feel I'm getting, I'm out because.
So when you say
Okay.
abandonment issues, what do abandonment issues look like?
Somebody leaving me. I don't like to be left.
Well, what I'm saying,
I like to do the leaving.
well, what I'm saying,
She don't get nobody time to leave her. She gonna bust. If you feel like somebody finna hurt you, you gonna bust up before you give them a chance.
well, when I'm saying abandonment, I get what the
I'm
word
just saying, like, I mean, everybody
So
got some work.
I would think for you, marriage would be a challenge.
Everybody got work.
What I'm asking you, okay, when you say abandonment issues, are you saying like you don't feel like that you had the proper time to get where you need to be before whatever happened, or are you saying you don't think that you was shown
girl.
Or taught.
Shown. And that's why I made some mistakes in my younger years. And it took me a while to, to understand that as I got older and matured. Okay. I think I made bad decisions due to that.
So you think that's something that most women do? When
I can't speak on every woman.
Well, you know a lot of women. You know a lot of women. Well, because what it is, she brought up abandonment issues, and we all know what the word abandonment means. Mm-hmm. So it's reasoning behind a person being abandonment. Mm-hmm. People abandon other people because sometimes it be issues with themselves.
Yeah, I think our child. Well, I'm not gonna speak for them. I'm gonna speak for myself. I think my childhood has a major role in how I feel about certain things. My mother was a very passive person when it came to men. She gave men the most utmost respect. She was pretty much like how you said. If he said do it this way, she did it that way. And I watched my mother endure so much abuse, physically, mentally. And I look at her and I say to myself, well, damn, you doing everything this nigga wants you to do, and he's still stumping a hole in you. So why in the hell would I do everything somebody want me to do, and he's still gonna look at me as if I'm nothing? So in my brain,
so it's a taught behavior to you.
To me, not only that, just where I grew up, maybe I would have a different view upon men if my mother didn't go through what she went through, because she respected me. She cooked, she washed, she cleaned, she didn't talk back. She did everything. And it still backfired on her. So why follow the rules when you still gonna get slapped in the face? That's how I look at things.
In your opinion, what you think can be done for a woman to be able to take a message given from her man, to take it positively? To take it positively and not him taking a jab at her because he's being firm and direct.
When you dealing with a woman like that, I don't think you can be firm and direct. I'm sorry. I think when you firm and direct with her, you're going to get like you would get from a kid that wants to disobey their parents. She's not going to be able to understand it. She's just not going to be able to understand it. So I don't know how you would go to her. I guess it would be, like I said, something you compromising on. Because then she'll feel like she's not losing her leverage. So let's compromise. You know what I'm saying? It has to be some way she still feels like she's in control.
Have some
type of control. It's not like she's giving it's not like I'm giving everything to you where you're just controlling and running everything. So if we compromise, I say, you know what? He did disagree and I disagree, but this is what we came up with. So, okay, I'm cool with it. But now if you just gonna tell me what to do, I ain't gonna understand
so
that.
You gotta stroke
but you shouldn't have to come in and change who you are for your husband.
I don't think it's stroking my ego.
You're gonna make some provisions within the relationship and the marriage. Yes, that's common. But to say I don't like this and stop doing this.
Well, see, when a man make his mind up to be with this woman, he see more benefits in this woman than he don't see being without this woman. So once he say, well, you know what, he established we together. And when he established marriage, now at this point, this man accepted in his mind long term. So he want to say, you know what can hurt us long term? And when he point out things to you that can hurt y'all long term, which may end up to y'all demise.
You accept it or not?
Well, he's going to sit up here and focus. Once a man marry you, he ain't talking about what color you paint in the living room. He ain't talking about what type of bedroom job buying. He gonna be talking about things that can hurt y'all 5 years from now, which is usually other people.
But once again, as we all said before, and y'all say y'all come in and y'all play damage control. So the question is that when a woman is damaged, can she even sustain a marriage? Can she even be married for a long time? Because she's damaged, and no matter what you do or what you say, she's still damaged.
They gonna beat you up, Barb.
So can you handle a marriage?
You telling the truth?
Can you handle it?
See, that's when the man supposed to step in and say, listen, you need to seek counseling because you have issues with A, B, and C. Mm-hmm. Everything I say is always a fight and debate. Because if you tell me, well, do whatever, and I say, okay, and I don't do it to your standards, and it's an issue, I'm not gonna be tripping if it was vice versa. You did something and it got taken care of, but it wasn't to my standard. I'm not gonna say nothing at all. But like you say, women, y'all need to have some sense of control. So before I sit here and say, you know what, I do again, we gonna have to deal with whatever abandonment issues, whatever issues you got. Because when I marry you, the next time I get married, I'm looking at every time a person get married, they should feel like this is the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life.
But Dre, that was just
Okay. So in order to make that step, you got to fix some stuff. He need to fix some stuff. The woman need to fix some stuff in order to make it compatible. On top of that,
makes sense.
I don't feel like a man in this house and a woman in this other house is not going to be able to get married and work out unless y'all stay in the same house, because y'all got to be able to see if y'all can deal with each other. So all that wrapped up, it need to be some healing and some counseling on both parts.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. It goes back to what I'm saying. Can she sustain it? Can she deal with it? Can she? You want a ring, but mentally and physically,
You're not ready for it.
Mentally, are you ready for a marriage? Because
so you don't think all women is marriage material?
No.
Absolutely not.
They're not.
All men ain't either.
all men not. But no, I don't think all women are. I think for women, don't beat me up for this, but I think for women,
It's the title.
it's a little, it's
the
security
title.
and it's a title, but it's a little more when a woman has more healing to do than a man does. So say for instance, me and Dre get married. Dre may not be as broken as Barb is, but Barb is broken. And I mean, I'm broken in every area of life, but Dre may not be. He's willing to put the work in with me. And he say, okay, let's go to counseling. Now, we done did everything we can do.
but you still
And he
broken.
look at it and say, I don't give a damn what I've done with her. She's
still
still broken. She's not healed. This marriage is not going to work. It's not. So that's when I asked her the question in 1 or 2 years is what you're asking for. I understand that's what you want, but what I'm saying is that when you're going into something and you're not really together, it's 2 years enough. Because now he has to be willing to tolerate or
I
deal
got more
with it.
time behind me than I do in front of me. So
Yeah, that's what
I'm not
I'm saying.
giving everybody
Yeah, you see
I'm
what I'm saying?
not
So
doing
it
that.
might
See,
take you 5
but-
years to heal. It might
But
take
you know
me
what?
5
I've
years
never
to
been in
heal.
a rush to be married. Let's make that clear. I've had plenty times I could have been married to people, but I know I wasn't ready.
Right.
I know I wasn't ready. So that way,
And that's why I never
went
rush to
any
get
further,
married either, because I don't like
my
authority.
20s, no, 30s, 40s. I'm like, okay, like I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? So I never dreamed.
So Kira, let me ask you this, because you like all this stuff coming to the front of my brain that you're saying, like the times that when you supposed to be thinking marriage, you totally against it. In your 20s is when a woman's supposed to really get married to a man, because that's when she's at her peak.
That's
And
fine, but I wasn't ready. I know I wasn't ready.
Yeah,
in my
but
20s.
see what I'm looking at, you did what you want to do in your 20s. You did what you want to do in your 30s. Now in your 40s, you open to doing the things you should have been doing 20 years ago. Now, my question to you is this. How should a man, because you got a lot of habits you developed from your 20s and 30s, and now you trying to break them in your 40s because you've been single. You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't been single all
Well, when
time,
I say
now. Don't
single,
get it twisted.
you always
haven't
been
been
Don't
married.
get it twisted.
No,
I
you
have
all-
not been married.
Okay,
right.
No, she always had a man
But she
in her
hasn't been
life.
married. So
But
say-
you're
Yeah.
single until you're
Till you're
married.
married.
Yeah.
I get that.
So when I say single, I'm not taking a shot at you
married.
as far as saying
Yeah.
that you can't get a man, because it's obvious you can get a man. The mentality of a single woman is you was able to do what you want to do
What I
when you
want
want
to
to
do,
do it.
yeah.
But once you get married, now it's a compromise.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So my question to you is, what make you think right now today
That you're ready.
that you're able to compromise with a man when you wasn't able to do it in your life?
I've compromised with a man before
Well, I'm talking about life compromise. I'm not talking about compromise on certain things.
because I'm more mature. I know my faults. I know the things I got to work on. And I mean, I'm tired. I mean, I'm over it. Like I'm a relationship type girl anyway, regardless. But I was not ready mentally when I was young, because I was having fun. I was doing me. My kids was taking care. I was having fun. I didn't want to be married. I wouldn't have been a good wife. I know I wouldn't have been a good wife.
So, Barb, my question to you: do you think a person being a good person would necessarily make them a good wife?
No.
So what? I'm trying to figure out what measures up to being a good wife, because most women, when you was in your 20s and 30s, was you open to marriage?
No.
But are you open to marriage in your late 40s?
I had a lot of growing to do, so.
No.
You not?
No. I mean, I'm gonna put it to you like this. The guy I'm with now, I would be open to marriage with him because he knows me. So he knows my flaws. He knows things that triggers me. I know his flaws. I know things that trigger him. If it would have been someone else that I was with, I wouldn't be too open to marriage, because I know that it would be hard for me to make that person understand me. It would be hard for me to make that person tolerate me. You know what I'm saying? So when I have to put in so much work with somebody, I don't have to put in a lot of work with the mate I have now, but I would have to put in a lot of work with somebody that really didn't know me. And I just really don't think no man would tolerate it.
So is it safe to say, not to intrude,
Mhm.
but I just want to understand, the guy you with now, it sounds like to me you trust him more than any other guy you ever been with.
Right.
He knows her history.
But I always have. He's always been my protector. He's always, even from like the age of 12, he's always been like that protector. We went our ways. We outgrew each other. We was young and we had our downfalls, but he was always that one person I could run to. He was the one person, I was in an abusive relationship. I actually ran to him. It was actually him. I was with him. And he just was like, Barb, what's the problem? You don't know how to do this. Why you going through this? Why you taking yourself through this? But like I say, when you're broken and you don't know your worth, you don't know your value, and when you get beat down mentally so bad, it's kind of hard, like when you're dealing with things. So for me, marriage would have just been hard for me. It definitely would have been hard for me. And the words that you use and the stand that you take, I don't disrespect it, but I couldn't marry a man like you. Because I wouldn't, not only could I marry a man like you, I wouldn't respect anything that you say to me, period, at all. I wouldn't give a care how much money you spend. I don't give a care how many bills you pay. You just would not click in my brain. It just wouldn't work.
Chrissy, you're the youngest person on this panel. So, was you open to marriage in your 20s and 30s?
I was.
Because what I'm getting from you...
I was, but... Okay, I'm going to give you this story. Okay, I was with a gentleman that was, okay, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do this. Then he turned around and did everything he said he wasn't going to do. And I was the one that gave up myself. Mm-hmm. You understand? So I gave up.
So did that cause resentment?
No, it didn't cause resentment. I'm not going to look at another man the same.
So you damaged?
Yeah, I am.
So he made it.
I think so.
He made it hard.
He's gonna make it. I'm not gonna say he made it hard, but I wouldn't put as much trust. Like I put a lot of trust in him. I wouldn't put as much trust in another man.
So if you met a man,
met
a man right now today,
mm-hmm. He's gonna have to prove himself.
Okay, so what type of facts would you be looking for in this man to erase the damage that you have experienced? In order for y'all to move forward as one?
It's not even, I'm going to say damage. It's just like, mean what you say and say what you mean. That's
so you're going to be looking for a history of him just keeping his word.
Keep your word. Keep your word. That means more than anything.
So you the least, it sounds like to me you've been through the least amount
I ain't that
of
old.
Things. Okay.
Season, boo.
That was like... I've only actually,
and you know what, Karen?
Like my last relationship was 10 years.
Up here. What the?
And the only reason why I wasn't married in my last relationship is because I didn't want to convert.
Convert to what?
Muslim.
Oh, okay.
That's understandable.
So he wasn't.
So
what about? But if you choose to date a man and you knew his religion,
he knew my religion too when he started dating me. So with that being said, I'm not following shit.
That's crazy. Well, you know the structure
he knew
of
too.
a household.
He knew man.
Well, you ain't know what I'm finna say.
I knew the structure of his household. He moved into my house.
No, that's not what I'm finna say.
What you about to say?
If a man moved into your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the head of the house?
He is.
That's right.
Mm.
So
If he move in my house,
if a man move into
He's
your
still the
shit,
head of the
he's still the head of the
household.
house.
no, he ain't.
But you still the head of the household, but
husband.
you still have to take into
ain't no
you
head
have to
of
take
shit.
it. You have to
He
take
ain't got shit.
If y'all move into a tent, he's the head of the tent.
No, he ain't.
The man is the
No.
regardless of who
He's
has the
tail.
most money or not, the man is still
He's still
the head of the
See,
household.
and that's
He's
why I
still the
say,
head of the
even
household.
though you the youngest,
Yeah.
you, in my opinion,
Uh-huh.
I think you have probably the best understanding
of the relationship or how men and women work.
You have the best understanding on how to get you a husband.
Sound like the less damage.
Yeah, you the less.
Yeah,
damaged.
I'm damaged, but I'm not that. It's not that bad.
Nope, she's not.
I've
Yeah,
only
you're not
been
that bad
no.
at all.
I've only been
You know,
in.
people can heal from damage, though, right? You do.
Yeah.
That.
And see that's like
Well,
I've been out of my last relationship.
I don't agree. And when I'm
on
talking
3
about-
years I've been out of my last relationship, and I've learned more about myself in these last 3 years than I've ever known.
Well, but that's because you're not in the depth of the hole that you was in.
Yeah.
It was not that
Yeah.
deep as Barb's and
And you
Kira.
don't have nothing that's distracting you right now, so you can focus on self.
No, I got kids.
I mean, what?
I mean,
what-
but
everybody
that's
does.
good.
Yeah, but I'm just
And
saying, you got time to really just
Yeah,
do self-care
focus on
and focus
myself.
on
Right.
you.
Yeah, focus on
See,
myself.
you know,
Do
me just
things that I
listening
like to
because
do.
when you got a man,
Barb
he a
always had
distraction
to
at
defend
times.
for Barb. See, Barb don't.
I never had to fend just
Yeah,
solely
but see,
on
Barb
myself.
defend
Or
for Barb.
Yeah.
Barb, like, you know, she don't care if you a man, you a woman. if she feel you challenging her, she's always up for the challenge.
Okay.
So that's a really big problem because a
I'm
man.
up for all challenges too. Don't get that wrong now.
But why would you? But see, you don't have that type of
No, you don't
energy.
you don't have to.
You're not putting it out.
Yeah,
I don't
But
put
see,
it out, but it's there.
Well, if you want the energy,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure men would have no problem.
I mirror
knocking your
people, so
fronts out.
I'm going to give you whatever you give
Okay,
me.
it's time to wrap it up.
It's okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and say some last words. You know what I'm saying? So, Chrissy, you go ahead. We can start from there with the last words.
With the last words, it's just I mean what you say and say what you mean. That's what I got to say about it.
Okay, Barb.
For me, I just don't feel like you should have to give up your circle of friends just because you get into a marriage with someone. I feel like sometimes just compromise. And at the end of the day, my friends are my friends. They're not there for you. I don't see how my friends can destroy anything. They only can destroy what you allow them to destroy. So for me, you know, sometimes for women to stop asking for things you're not ready for. You know, don't ask for a marriage just to get the ring and hit the pawn shop after y'all break up, or just try to come up on somebody. You know, be ready for it because it's a challenge.
Kira, your last words.
Dang, I did have a good last word, but that threw me off when you said that. But basically, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all on what you say and how you say it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot of women out here. Yes, we do have, you know, past issues, but you know, it's just all how you project yourself to your woman and how you talk to your man. We all know the man is the head of the house at the end of the day, but you know, different men bring out different things in women. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Okay, well, I'm going to go far left. We got 3 women with 3 different outlooks. You know, you have a woman that say, if you move in her house, you're not the head of the household. So that lets you know your leg's been took from you off the rip. So good luck with that. We have another, you know, the youngest person on the panel. Her outlook is, you know, she's open as long as you could convince her you the man that she should follow. Then we also have, you know, Kara here, and Kara feels that, you know, she understands things that she need to work on, and she's going to work on them, but at the time, at her pace, and she feels if you the man for her, you will stick around and wait. To everything they saying, I disagree. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, a man is going to come in and say what he mean to you. And I think a man's supposed to be direct with his woman, be able to look her in the eye, sit her down, hold her hand, and tell his woman things that he would not tolerate. The word tolerate is not a bad word. It's just a strong word that's firm. Instructions is not a bad word. It's a strong word that you cannot misunderstand. I think women want problems. I think women want to be able to take certain words and say, well, I thought you meant this. I don't use words that can be twisted and shifted. I'm going to use tolerate. I'm going to use instructions. I'm going to use behavior. I'm going to use everything that makes women feel uncomfortable because I know they want it pretty much, and then they play with the words. My last words, me wrapping it up, is I have a ton of respect for all three women here, and I'm glad they was able to speak their truth, and hopefully they'll be able to help somebody out there. But we'll see. I'm Meatball, and
have a good day, Lord.
Subscribe.
Subscribe and thanks for tuning in, Lord Jesus. We out.